This is ERi-TV, dear viewers. Welcome to English News Broadcast with me, Bersabet Takhla. Let's start with the major headlines for today. Police and Security Training Center graduates 33 members. Voluntary blood donation by members of the Ministry of Transportation and Communication. Several dead in clashes between Libyan security forces and Tripoli. And at least 18 people killed in police raid in Rio de Janeiro. On your local news, the Amhara Police and Security Training Center on 21st July graduated 33 of its members. According to the Public Relations Office of the Eritrean Police, the training was focused on administration, law, public relations, as well as reporting. Major Walda Gabriel and Gergis from the center, commending the interest and discipline the trainees demonstrated during the program, called for active participation in controlling crimes and ensuring law and order, integrating the training they were provided with the previous experiences they accumulated. Speaking at the occasion, Colonel Habtemariam Tesfamariam, Head of Administration and Finance of Eritrean Police, said that developing the capacity of members is one of the priorities of the Eritrean Police and called on the trainees to apply the training they received to efficiently serve their people. Commending for the opportunity they were provided, the trainees on their part expressed conviction to live up to the expectations. Members of the Ministry of Transportation and Communication voluntarily donated 45 units of blood on the 21st July. The blood donors expressed that the objective of the donation was to enrich the National Blood Transfusion Service and save lives with their renewable blood, indicating that owing to the sustainable awareness-raising campaign, the number of blood donation at individual level and in group is growing from time to time. The participants of the program expressed conviction to continue their initiative. Proceeding with the news, the Ministries of Tourism and Health branches in the southern region jointly organized a seminar to workers of social service provision institutions in Mandefera subzone. The seminar that was conducted on 19 July was focused on controlling communicable diseases as well as on the significance of environmental sanitation in the daily activities of the social service provision institutions. At the seminar, Mr. Kidane Masfoun, Head of Environmental Health at the Ministry of Health branch in the subzone, and Mr. Medhane Gebre Mikael, Public Health Expert in the subzone, gave extensive briefings on various issues related to sanitation, as well as on communicable diseases that could be transmitted due to the lack of sanitation. Mr. Johannes Askedom, Head of the Ministry of Tourism branch in the southern region, on his part called on the workers of the institutions to play due part in ensuring the health of the public and adhere to the noble societal values. The participants on their part called for organizing similar seminars in other parts of the region. In the southern region, there are 1,313 social service provision institutions, and in Mandefera subzone, 147. Last, we have an announcement from the Ministry of Health. 9 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today at testing stations in the central region. On the other hand, 2 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospital in the central region have recovered fully and have been discharged from the facility. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 9,744, while the number of deaths stands at 103. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 9,916. Ministry of Health, Asmara, July 22, 2022. You're still watching ERi-TV, dear viewers, and I'll be back with the international news after the short break. Welcome back. On your first global news, intense clashes have erupted between rival factions in the Libyan capital Tripoli, with reports of several people killed amid growing concern that a political standoff could prompt renewed conflict. Clashes occurred today in the central district near the Radisson Blu Hotel, an area where several government and international agencies and diplomatic missions are based, with military vehicles mobilized around Zawiyat al-Dahmani. Fighting had taken place yesterday night in the Ain Zara region of the city between units of the Presidential Council Security Force and the Special Deterrence Force. Tripoli residents said a man and a child had been killed in that fighting, but local news, citing medical sources, reported that 5 people had been killed. Osama Ali, a spokesman for the Libyan Ambulance and Emergency Services, said today that casualty figures could rise as reports come in from other hospitals in the area. A presidential council statement called on both sides to cease hostilities, adding that government and military prosecutors will conduct the investigations. On your last news, according to state military police, at least 18 people died yesterday during a major police raid in a dense warren of Rio de Janeiro slums in the latest bloody confrontation in Brazil's second-largest city. Tactical teams from Rio de Janeiro civil and military police raided the Alemão complex to take down an alleged criminal organization. The military police said in a statement that the group was suspected of involvement in cargo theft and bank robberies and was planning incursions into rival slums. As per the police reports, at least 18 people died in the raid, 1 police officer, 16 alleged criminals, and a female bystander, while the operation involved around 400 officers, 4 aircraft, and 10 armored vehicles. The lopsided death toll ignited fears of rights abuses. In fact, after the raid, locals had to bundle injured people into the back of vehicles to be taken to hospital as police watched. Gilberto Santiago Lopez from the Human Rights Commission said police refused to help. Dear viewers, and now let's have a recap of today's major headlines. Police and Security Training Center graduates 33 of its members. Voluntary blood donation by members of the Ministry of Transportation and Communication. Several dead in clashes between Libyan security forces and Tripoli. And at least 18 people killed in police raid in Rio de Janeiro. Dear viewers, that was it for today. Thanks for watching.